Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to the channel. In this video we're gonna go ahead and replace a few things on the M45, specifically inner door panel trims on the inside, which are these right here. I went to the junkyard and actually found these and they were all in really good condition, so I just picked them all up. It was a pretty simple removal process. There's quite a few of them that have the electronic like door panel right there, this right here. But the one specifically that I needed is actually gone, which is that one over there. So I won't be doing the driver's side on this one, but I will be doing it on the rest of the car. I'll do that one once I get the inner door thing right there, because mine's broken. I know it's an issue with a lot of M45s where the little buttons, they break on the front ones. So I need to go ahead and replace that as well. So we're going to do that on all the doors. And then over here I actually have this that I'm going to replace on my gauge cluster, because mine is really filthy and dirty. I already tried lightly scrubbing it, nothing was working, so that's why I bought a new one of these, which is really cheap. Alright, so let's go ahead and begin removing the door panel. It's super easy, and then I'll show you guys what my interior looks like right now. Alright, so here is the interior of my M45. As you guys can see right here, this looks horrible and I don't like the tan color, so we're gonna go ahead and replace this whole section right here. And this is what I'm talking about that's broken. These right here, they don't work like they should. Like, these are stiff, as where these are not good anymore. So I do want to go to a junkyard to look for that, and then we're gonna go ahead and replace this whole thing. Same thing with that side. That side's decent. I mean, it does have a hole right there, but I still don't like the tan color. And I actually went to look for a chair at the junkyard for my driver's side, because right here you can see it's all ripped, and then the back as well is ripped. Right here it's all ripped and messed up. I don't know how that happened. That's how the car came. But I had replaced the back seats with these black ones, and also the passenger side one, because again the driver's side one that I had found was messed up, and I found one yesterday but it was also messed up. So we're gonna go ahead and replace this. But this one is actually decent as well, doesn't look bad. This is actually in pretty good condition. And then the other side, I think the same thing as well. Oh, this one actually has a few paint marks right there, you can see. And then hopefully in another video I'll find a seat to replace this one, because I really need it. It looks really bad. And then I think the interior will look really nice in here after I do that. So right here, just pry, just like that, and it'll come right off. And then use a 10 mil, take that off. The bottom one right here, same thing. And just like that. There's two more 10 mils right there that you gotta remove. You just gotta pull it on the ends, and it'll come right off. A clip right here for the connection to remove. There's a button on the inside. You can use a flathead, push it, and it'll come right out. There's another one right here, and then another one right here at the bottom. So once you remove all those, this should come off completely. And now to remove this trim piece right here, it is a few screws that you gotta remove. You just have to remove this right here to get access to it. And then you have to remove technically all the screws that are holding like this plastic piece right here to this part. You got to remove those and it'll come off. Same thing with this, whatever's holding on to the back part of it, you got to remove. Same thing with this right here to remove the whole piece. So let's go ahead and do that now. Go right in there. Just goes through the back. Just like that. So now we just gotta put all the screws back together and then this should work. Alright, so everything is all good. I'm missing a few of them. I'll look for them right now. But just make sure you put all of them on there because it does secure everything together. So if you're missing something, it might leave it a little bit loose. And I fucked up. So don't make this mistake that I made. This needs to go inside. So I'll see if I can loosen it and just tuck in it right there. Now it's officially complete. So now we can put this back on the M45. Alright, so here I removed the gauge cluster. There's just 3 screws holding it down on your side. Gotta pop up those things on the side right there. That'll remove the cover, which is that one. And then you can go ahead and remove this cover over here. Like if you look at it, see all those smudges? They're not coming off. As with this one, it looks really clean, has like no smudges whatsoever. I'm trying to touch the inside because if you touch the inside, you're gonna leave spots. There's a few on the outside, but I'll remove those after I install it. But let me go ahead and remove this one right here. It's really easy. Just a few tabs on the sides. Once you take those off, right here you can see them. Then you can go ahead and install the new one on there. Alright, there you go. So now if you compare this one, which looks a whole lot better, to this one. See all those spots right there? I tried to remove those already and it just would not come off. So I just decided to go ahead and replace it. This would mainly bug me at night because in the day you can't see it at all. Like, it's not really that noticeable, especially being so far away. But as soon as it got, you know, dark outside and then the lights would turn on, it made a really big difference and it was kind of bothering me. So I'm happy I picked that up. Alright guys, so I installed all of the rear panels and one of the fronts. And right here you can see it looks so much nicer and cleaner. I did kind of wipe it down as well on the inside. Right there you can see that one. And then this one over here. Now, look at this one versus this one over here. This one looks filthy, disgusting. Like, I honestly hate looking at that side. But now if you look at this side, it looks so much cleaner and better. I'm gonna head to the junkyard right now and then I'll pick it back up. But I'll go ahead and give you guys a cold start. And I had completely forgot that I had bought one of these. This is my old one right here. Like, it completely faded out. You can even buy a GTR one and it should work on here. It's red. But I found this at the junkyard, so it was a lot cheaper than buying a GTR one. I think the GTR ones are like 50 or something like that. But it's easy. Just get a flathead or something, jam it on the side, and then pry it up. It'll come out from these little clips right here. And I just gotta plug it in. Has a little clip right there. Just push this top one in, it'll release it. Yeah, it looks exactly the same. Just this one's blue for some reason, I don't know why. I know this one is from an 08 and this one's from an 06. I don't think there's a difference, but you know, might as well just replace it with the nicer one. And then just like that, it clips in. And then just make sure it's in the orientation right there with the clip on the side and it's facing forward. And there you go. Make sure it works. Alright guys, so before continuing on with the video and going to the junkyard, I actually noticed something with the M45 that you guys may have not noticed if you didn't pay attention to the colors on the switches, but they are different. So if you look at this one over here, this one is actually yellow. Right there you can see it's all yellow. And then if you look at this one over here, it's blue. So the difference between the switches is just the colors. So 06 and 07 have yellow color switches, as where the 08 and above they have blue. Same thing with the gauge cluster. This one right here is actually a newer model from an 08 and above. As you can see, it has the blue rings and everything. It looks really nice. But the older one from the original gauge cluster is actually yellow, and it's ugly in my opinion. I don't like that gauge cluster. That's why I actually wanted to upgrade to this one. At the same time, I fixed my speedometer because that wasn't working. And then over here, if you look at the center console, it's actually yellow as well, but from an 08 and above it's actually blue. So if I can get my hands on a blue one, I would for sure change it out, but it's not a necessity. In my case, it actually looks kind of good. It doesn't look too bad. But that's just something that I noticed with the front. So I will have to order like an 08 and above switch, but I actually can't find any. I keep seeing them on Amazon for an 06 and an 07, and then when I check on like eBay, these guys are trying to sell them for like $100. So I'll see if like my local Infinity dealership has one in stock and see how much they sell it for, because then I'll just have to pick it up from them. So I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and just replace this piece to the black one, and then later in the future, if I find one, I'll get it and I'll replace it. I mean, they still work. I just can't push it too hard because then it falls off. That's the only issue that I'm really having. So I'll go ahead and put that on, and then I'll pick it back up once it's done so I can show you guys the final result, how it looks. Alright guys, so here we have the driver front side of the panel that we just finished up. This one actually has quite a few more connections. You have this one at the bottom right here that goes to like the settings, and then you have this one right here that connects to the actual panel itself for the switches, and then it goes to this right here. You can remove it with some clips that it has in the back. Pinch those, it comes off. This one's actually a little bit different. This side comes off right here on the side. Just push the clip, it releases this end that goes on the car, and then you have another one right here. So if you take off the whole assembly right here, it has a few screws. So you have those two right there. You have another one that should release this top piece along with removing this. Once you remove this, then you can remove these two screws on the bottom, and it'll release the bottom portion so you can pull it out. And there's that clip right there on that light. You just gotta push the bottom piece of it out, and then it's gonna release the whole light itself. So that does come off. You just gotta remove the whole like locking mechanism right there, and you can remove that. This is not removable. I already tried seeing how I could do it, but I couldn't. But I was able to switch it out to this end right here. Other than that, then there's just this one right here, and I think that's pretty much it. So let's look at the car now. So right here you can see it has all the connections right here. Let's connect this one, then there's this one, and there's this one down here, and there's also this one right here. Just gotta remove all those. And then when it comes to these right here, they're really easy. Just grab the end, pull it up, and then this side you could just maneuver it out. Alright guys, so the interior is now done on the M45. Right there you guys can see that it looks a whole lot better, nicer and cleaner. Same thing with that side over there. It just makes a huge difference in my opinion, and it makes me feel a whole lot better, because before I felt like I had ages, years of dust and dirt, grime buildup on those little crevices that I had right there, and now it just looks like a whole new interior. So it just makes me feel better. There's still more things that I want to fix on it, like I said earlier, like the seat, but hopefully I can find one in the future in the junkyard. That way I don't have to spend too much, because these seats can be pretty expensive. But the junkyard charged me like $100 for each side, and I told them it was only like a small section of it, like the trim piece, so they dropped down the price to like $60 for everything, so that was really good. So maybe if you guys are into the same issue, just explain to them that it's only a part of the seat or a part of the panel, and then maybe they'll charge you less. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video right here. This is a pretty long video. I didn't expect it to be this long, but we ran into a few things and I wanted to talk to you guys about it, just in case you guys wanted to go ahead and pick something up like this for your M45 and you had questions, and I answered all of them. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.